Drive time, family, what is happening? Listen, I love when a joke writes itself. Like, I like to try to find ways to make jokes and make stuff funny, but when it just does it on its own, that's so great to me. So, everybody that's been running around for the past 6 months to a year and a half, give or take how long you've been trying to be on the woke train or trying to be in the popular social groups or whatever. Some of y'all been making these arguments that there's no migrant issue and there's no immigration issue and there's nothing wrong with people coming to the country, whether they do it legally or illegally. And once they're here, there's no big deal and there's no reason to really worry about it. And it's not a problem. It's just a manufactured thing, that's fear mongering, whatever other thing that you want to say that makes you sound dumb. I really hope that you are the next person, not the first, but the next person to end up with an apartment building buttoned up against your driveway. Because that is exactly what's happening in a nice little neighborhood. I believe they said it was in Virginia. These migrants have built, or at least started to build, a full-on apartment complex. And I know you're saying there's no way that they built an apartment complex in the middle of a neighborhood. Will you tell me what it looks like when you have something that's about the width of a driveway, maybe a little bit wider, 3 stories tall, windows on each floor, spaced out evenly on both sides? I know an apartment building when I see one. I've lived in enough apartments to know what an apartment building looks like when I see one. And if you tell me you put an addition on a normal, regular old type of subdivision style house, but it's a whole floor taller than everything else in the neighborhood, and it's a perfect rectangle, that's an apartment building as far as I'm concerned. And I'm glad they did it, because this is what needs to happen when you vote and argue and campaign and social justice warrior over dumb ideas. Because this is a dumb idea. And I said it once and I said it before. I said it again. It's only people who live in areas that don't have heavily dense populations of immigrants. This the only people. Nobody in Michigan is really talking like this, because we got pockets of everything. We got pockets of people that's Indian. We got pockets of people that's Mexican and Hispanic. We got pockets of people that's like Haitian. We got Asian populations, all the different dialects and brands of that. Of course, we was like the second Mecca for the Middle East. Like, we butt right up against Canada. We are no stranger to immigration in Michigan. So we don't talk this crazy stuff, because we understand that if people want to come here, it ain't that hard. All you gotta do is fill out your paperwork and then handle your business. But y'all middle of the country folk, y'all act like immigration is like more red tape than I want to say building an addition on your house, but apparently that don't have a lot of red tape as I thought it. Look, here's the thing. Y'all asked for this. Y'all ran around with all this stuff for the past, I'ma say, 6 years, because ever since Trump ran on Build a Wall, y'all been all over it. No, and there's no, and we're the land of the American dream, blah, 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 blah. Hey, well, now you got it. Listen, I don't blame them. If you told me that I could move into a really nice neighborhood, not necessarily a gated community, but it's, it's up there. I seen the houses in the neighborhood. They nice. And then I can go through all the necessary paperwork, codes, permits, and zone and everything, and I could slap an apartment building in my driveway and get a quarter of the construction done before I've been watching a lot of buildings, so I got an idea of like the steps in construction. You got to lay foundation, you put up the frame, then you put up the like walls, you start throwing in windows, and then you do like some finishing on the outside, then you hop on the inside, you start doing electrical and all that stuff. They got the whole frame, the roof. They was about to start dropping windows. They was ready to go. Now they go on the news with people complaining, and the first person's talking about like how it completely overshadows their driveway, because it does. It casts a whole Listen, I do mean to laugh at y'all, because normally people say I don't mean to laugh. I do, because this is the result of too many people saying and doing and voting dumb because they wanted to be in the in crowd, and this is what you get. Have it, love it, enjoy it. Now you got apartment buildings in residential neighborhoods being built by hand by migrants as additions to their houses because y'all wanted to play social justice warrior in the voting booth. Congratulations.